In this tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how to do the bow on the toe of my ruby slipper socks. So I'm going to be showing you today on a swatch that's knit flat, but the socks are knit in the round, so it's going to be a little bit different. So when you are creating the bow, you're going to be working on the stockinette side of the fabric, but for demonstration purposes, I have to work on the reverse stockinette side of the fabric to create the bow because it's just easier for everyone to see. So, but all the principles are still exactly the same. So when I'm knitting across the row, you will be slipping knit stitches with your yarn in back. I'll be slipping purl stitches with my yarn in front, which is the exact same thing as slipping with my yarn in back. So I'm just gonna slip 20 stitches. The key to doing this is really just making sure that your floats are loose enough that when you put on the sock, there's not going to be any puckering. So you want to give yourself quite a bit of slack. You don't want to pull it too tight. Make sure you spread out all of your stitches before you do your float, and then take the yarn and do the float. And then I actually like to give it just a little bit of a tug to give it some more slack. So knit to the end. So now I'm going to do the instructions for P1CF, which is purl 1 while catching your floats. So I brought my yarn to the front of my work. I'm going to bring all my floats onto my right hand needle, and then I'm going to go in them as if to purl. Ultimately, I just am purling this one stitch, but by having all of the floats on my right-handed needle, it's gonna catch those floats, as you can see here. And then just do that a second time to follow the pattern. You wanna make sure that all the floats stay on top and you're not actually catching through any of them. And then you have your 2 floats that have been caught. So that concludes my tutorial of how to knit the bow on my ruby slipper socks. I hope that this tutorial has given you all the tools you need to succeed in knitting this pattern.